One of the most unpredictable parts of architecture and construction is renovation, because old houses usually reveal their true conditions only after work begins. And sometimes the most expensive problems are the ones nobody could see earlier. That is why renovation projects feel very different from new construction. In new builds, you start with clear conditions. But in renovations, you're uncovering history, layer by layer. Hi, I'm Architect Pia. I'm a Filipino licensed architect. If you want to know more about why renovations are complicated than building from scratch, keep watching. A lot of people assume renovation is a lot simpler because may existing structure na. Akala nila aayusin lang naman, papagandahin lang ng konti, minor work lang. But older homes or existing homes are complicated in ways people don't immediately see. Because over the years, many houses go through small repairs, extensions, temporary fixes, material changes, water exposure, aging systems, and modifications done at different times. And sometimes yung documentation ng changes na yan is incomplete or totally walang documentation. So even before demolition starts, there are already unknown variables inside the house. That's why renovation requires careful investigation. One of the biggest turning points in renovation projects is demolition. Because once ceilings, walls, and flooring begin opening up, the house starts revealing its actual condition. And this is where many renovation projects emotionally shift. Sometimes contractors discover hidden moisture damage, termite activity, rusted reinforcements, outdated electrical systems, weak framing, or plumbing conditions nobody expected. And suddenly, yung scope magbabago. The original plan changes, the budget changes, the timeline changes. And the problem often starts before construction. Hidden site conditions, unclear decisions, and missing details stay invisible for too long. And by the time they show up on site, they already cost time, money, and trust. This is also why renovation projects can become emotionally overwhelming for homeowners, because families prepare financially based on what they can see. Visible paint damage, visible cracks, visible layout issues, but renovations expose invisible conditions. And once hidden structural and technical issues appear, professionals can't responsibly ignore them. That's where difficult conversations happen. Because now the family must decide, do we repair this properly? Do we adjust the budget? Do we revise the scope? Or do we just pause the project? These moments become emotionally heavy because nobody wants unexpected cost, especially when the home already carries sentimental value. I've noticed over the years, old houses are rarely just structures. Usually, they carry memories, family gatherings, childhood routines, generational history, and inherited stories. Sometimes, clients walk through spaces remembering very specific moments from years ago. Memories of Christmas celebrations when their parents were still alive, or memories of grandparents coming over every weekend. So renovation becomes emotional very quickly. People are not only changing walls, they're interacting with memory. And that emotional attachment sometimes makes technical decisions harder too, because families naturally want to preserve as much as possible. This is why careful renovation planning matters so much. Good renovation work is not just about making old spaces look new again. It's about understanding what should be preserved, what needs intervention, what hidden risks exist, and what future problems may later appear. Because older homes need honest assessment, not panic, not fear, but clarity. The more realistic the evaluation early on, the calmer decision-making becomes later. You have to understand this about renovations. Houses tell stories slowly, and sometimes the parts hidden behind the walls reveal the most important truths about the project. That's why renovation requires patience. It requires careful observation, good systems, and honest conversations. Because once construction begins, older homes eventually show you what they've been carrying all along. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you plan to renovate, please get your house checked first. Call on a professional to assess your space or your house before you make any changes. See you again in my next video.